Hi, welcome back to another episode, to a new episode of the Guys Book Club in the Book Club. Yeah! And today, guys, we're an extreme special episode because today, guys, we're on episode number 259. 259, guys. We managed to do so far 259 episodes, which is crazy because you know what? Because tomorrow is going to be episode 260 is going to be the binge watch party time. Is going to be the yearly binge watch party time because tomorrow, we are going to close our first year of podcasting. So yeah, I'm extremely excited about it. Wow, guys, it's just been a crazy journey so far. 259 episodes, guys. Can you? Damn, it's just crazy. It's just crazy. 259. When I start this podcast, yeah, I know that I'm able to do it, but actually do it is something else. 259 episodes. That's making me think how I'm going to feel when I'm going to reach 1,000 subscribers on AK Motivation, 10,000, 100,000, 1 million subscribers. It's not a question if, it's a question of when. And guys, I get you. I have a crazy plans for you guys for the extremely special episode. And let's share with you guys. So tomorrow, guys, on the close of the year, we are going to finish. We're going to finish the of the channel. We're going to finish it. Yeah, so we can start 2022 with a normal, with a brand new professional look, the best looking cover art of the channel. And on the first episode of 2022. The first episode of 2022, guys, episode 261, we're going to do the planning of the year. I'm going to discuss with you guys what is my goals from the 2022, from educationally and on media, showing with you motivation, my thoughts, motivation that I like, and just to open the year with some good vibe and setting us some examples for this. So it's going to be crazy. It's going to be a crazy year on AK Mediting. Yeah, King Show, so many channels, so many things are going to come, and it's going to be crazy. It's going to be savage. So let's do it. Let's just do it. So guys, if you're new to the channel, welcome, and if you're already familiar with the channel, welcome back. My name is Zach and I'm the host. And on this podcast, guys, we are going to speaking level and we're going to speak to from the camera and to get well for the camera. I think so because the truly believe the thing is the number one tool that teach one of us what you require in order to be successful in life. And the second tool that is going to help us a lot is to know that we get well for the camera. And expect that if you can take those two skills and you can combine them together, you can create great content, and you can influence billions of people around the world. So I recommend to work on this, those two skills, and this is why I'm working on it, because I truly believe in those two skills. And say so, guys, I'm aware of the fact that sometimes it might be challenging to speak in English, or you might think not so confident to speak in English and to appear on the camera. And I know I'm also struggling with those things. And I started this podcast and before that. And this is one of the reasons that I choose to open this podcast, because I want to put myself in front of the whole world on YouTube. It's public video, everybody can share it, can comment on it, put the likes, the dislikes, and whatever they want. And I put myself over here because I said, yeah, if I'm to speak English one-on-one, so let's break this fear and just put myself in front of the whole world. And you see, put myself in front of the whole space. I'm not feeling so confident of the way that I'm working. I put myself anyway. And by doing so for 1 year, almost 1 year, tomorrow is going to be the 1 year. We're going to close 1 year. It's really changed me a lot, and let's keep it on the next episode of the first episode of 2022 on this emotional stuff. But anyway, guys, I recommend it, and I hope this video, this journey, this podcast will inspire you to also do the same and to work on English, and to spread the bond and to make a difference because you were here. So I highly recommend to do that. Yeah. So let's go. And today, guys, you see I'm from outer space. I took a flight with Elon Musk's missiles to the sky, to the space, just a rest. 1 year podcasting, challenging, and I need to rest, so I'm resting in the sky. And if you want to check out this great battleship, this great, I think it's called Falcon 9, I don't know, Starship 9. It's the name. If you want to check them out, you can find them in over in 3, 2, 1, bam! You can find it in Good Fun, and this is get the background upload to Good Fun by now the Elon Musk now. I wish. But now the default faith on 23 on June 2013. And guys, it's a really nice background. I really enjoy. Of course, I love it because I choose it as a background, and of course, we like it. And if you want to download this great background, you just need to choose the resolution over here. Press download. Right click on the picture. שמירת תמונות בשם הניבור עושה pictures in English. And Kabem just choose when you want to save it. For me, it's going to be over here. You see, I already downloaded it. And then press save and Kabem just like that. You will get this great background on the computer. So I just want to say thank you very much for that. We made this great background, and thank you very much for default faith for sharing this great background with us. And of course, guys, you save pictures down in the comment below. You want it in your own language. You almost need to guess from where you are. It's going to be a really nice game. And today we'll continue your journey with your next 5 moves. We are going to start chapter 3. Your path to creative wealth, entrepreneur or entrepreneur. And we are going to finish. We're going to, I don't know if from this episode, but I'm not going to finish on this episode. But you're getting close to finish the first move, learning yourself. You guys, I really enjoyed this book. Really, some thoughtful. David gave us ideas to consider, and I really enjoy it. So thank you very much, Patrick. And if anyone wants to check out this great background or your next 5 moves, and I have Patrick by David, who is the author of this book, social media accounts, and I recommend to check them out because it gives us so many wisdom, so many golden nuggets. This is the bond. Kevin Hart golden nugget. You know when you got all the links. Yeah, that's right in the description below. So make sure to check them out and like them. You guys, if anyone will have any suggestion for me, I can put myself on the podcast. Or if anyone would like to come to the podcast, be against the podcast, share the board, expand the board, recommend books, or just have a great time with me because I'm a really nice guy. Because I'm a really nice guy. Please let me know in the comment below so we can arrange it and I can put myself. And of course, guys, feel free to share in the comment below your thoughts on the podcast, and if you learn something new, maybe for me, for the podcast, you learn some nice quotes that you want to share with us, or just have a live lesson, or just have a nice, an important live lesson that you want to share with us. Please feel free to do it in the comment below, so all of us can improve. Thanks to you guys. Thanks to your tips. And the last thing before we start the podcast, guys, if you can enjoy the video and if you enjoy the journey and you find this content nice and informative and enrich your life, so please consider to like the video, share it with your friends, subscribe to the channel, and put the application so you will be notified each time. It's extremely exciting episode coming to YouTube, and you know it's going to be 5 episodes per week. So let's go. It's going to be 5 episodes per week, which is crazy. And you know, we just got 250 episodes, a special episode, a quarter of 1,000 episodes special. We got the new episodes, the new series episode. We're going to get tomorrow the last episode of the week, or the last episode of the month, of the week, of the month, of the year special episode. And on Sunday, we're going to have the first episode of the new year on the channel. You know, we are going to have on this time so many good episode and extremely good episodes. So you can allow yourself to miss it. Just do yourself a favor, do yourself a favor, and push the notification bell on. And now, guys, without any more introduction, let's just dive right into the book. So, the next 5 moves by Patrick David, chapter 3, your path to creative wealth, entrepreneur or entrepreneur. Page 46 to 50. Read with the myth, the legend, the one and only, the man himself. Give me Mr. John, please. Yo, boy, hey, yeah, this is what's up, it's me. So let's go. So your path to creating wealth, entrepreneur or entrepreneur. Money is only a tool. It will take you wherever you wish, but it will not replace you as the driver. Ayn Rand. Eric Drache was one of the most talented poker players in the world. Over a span of 36 years, from 1973 to 2009, he finished second in World Series of Poker Stud, advanced 3 times. Many regarded Drache as the 7th best poker player in the world. The running joke was that he only played against the best 6. Despite his talent, he was often broke. Let me be an example of how not to choose a business. You want to choose a path that puts the odds of winning in your favor. In poker, it's called game selection. What determines if you win in any game or business isn't how good you are. It's how good you are relative to your competition. That is why it's so important to know your own strengths and weaknesses, and find a market in which you have an inherent advantage. The first 2 chapters of this book are about self-awareness. Now that you have defined who you want to be and studies the most important product, it's time to get more specific about selecting a career that aligns with your vision. I don't think everyone wants to build the next Apple. I don't think everyone wants to be the next Elon Musk. I want to be the greatest content creator, motivation creator, the greatest motivation content creator of all times. I don't think everyone wants to have a life working 80 to 100 hours a week for 20 plus years to build a massive empire. Some people simply want to build a small business that will give them control without having to deal with the day-to-day politics of working for a Fortune 500 company. Others want to build an online business that they can run while traveling the world. Self-awareness is critical to from going your path. When you are honest with yourself, you may realize that being an entrepreneur isn't the right path for you. If that is the case, as you will see in this chapter, there are still many options to living a fulfilling and lucrative life. Title: Take control by climbing your own ladder. Whenever I give a talk, I ask everyone in the room, who is the richest person you know? Elon Musk. But personally, I don't know so many rich people. Most people can answer these questions in a heartbeat. We are all aware of that one uncle or cousin or a family friend, the one who hosts the extended family for Thanksgiving in his big house. The one who is always posting pictures from exotic locals. Questions 2 for the audience. Did that person accumulate all the wealth as an employee or as an owner? When I ask that second question, the room lights up with understanding. I can see it in their face. Holy cow! Yet, from the time we learn to talk, we are trained to believe in climbing other people's ladders. First, you climb the school ladder, get good grades, get into a good college, and then try to get into an even better law, business, or medical school. If you excel on the school ladder, You get to start climbing the corporate ladder. Work for a comfortable salary. Do work with no personal meaning so you can climb your way up to middle management. Then you are reached security. That is a lie. As those who have climbed the ladder can attest. Robert Kiyosaki's book, Rich Dad Poor Dad, debunked the myth that education is a path to riches. Wealth and success are not waiting for most of us at the top of anyone else's ladder. A richer life, financially, emotionally, intellectually, is possible only when you take responsibility for your own success. There is more than one way to take responsibility for your own success. You can work on commission for a company, or as you will see in a moment, you can crave out a role as an entrepreneur within a big company. One thing I can tell you with certainty is that becoming an entrepreneur cannot be about the money. I know that sounds odd to say when you are focused on being a millionaire or billionaire. If your motivation is only money, you will stop at some point. You will become lazy or complacent. If you want to be an entrepreneur, your reason is to go beyond wealth. The pain of owning a business is too great to tolerate just for money. By no means am I saying that vanity isn't an important motivator for many people. Recognition, power, fame, prestige, and respect. Proving your haters wrong often play a big role in choosing this path. But the ones who keep fighting are driven by something much bigger than just money. As we just discussed, there are many ways to accumulate wealth and live a fulfilling life. Entrepreneurship might have the biggest financial upside, but it also has the most casualist. I'm showing you different viewpoints and highlighting different people's paths in order to provide more insight into you. 59.1 billion reasons to be an entrepreneur. I received a message on LinkedIn from an IBM executive who wrote, Pat, I've been at IBM for a while and I have been following your content for a few years. I make good money, but I really want to be an entrepreneur. However, I have a wife and 3 kids, and I'm kind of worried about them. What should I do? We emailed back and forth for a while, and I asked him questions about who he wanted to be. He began to see that entrepreneurship looked like the ideal choice for him. This is when you are part of a company and create a new business unit, lead a new initiative, or work out in a sensitive that rewards you for driving growth and innovation. In some cases, it might just mean being so indispensable that a company has to pay you equity to retain you. The average term of both a CEO, CFO, and CTO is less than 3 years. They typically stick around long enough to vest their equity. However, some do end up sticking around longer with the company due to new opportunities. Not only do they earn a solid salary, but they have a major upside. You could say it's having your cake and eating it too. As of March 2020, $59.1 billion was the net worth of the richest entrepreneur in the world, Steve Ballmer. In 1980s, Ballmer dropped out of an MBA program at Stanford to become employee number 30 at Microsoft. After 20 years of thinking and acting like an entrepreneur, he became CEO in 2000 and remained so until 2013. Through stock and bonuses, he amassed a fortune. When the NBA's Los Angeles Clippers came up for sale in 2014, he easily outbid the other suitors. His success as an entrepreneur made the $2 billion price tag seem minuscule. We all remember that Steve Jobs founded Apple in 1976, but some people forget that he was ousted in 1985. It was only after founding Next and Pixar Animation Studios that he returned to Apple in 1997 as CEO. He negotiated a deal for the company to give him 5.5 million shares, which, of course, were eventually worth billions of dollars. What is the moral of the story? That even Jobs became an entrepreneur. What are the qualities of entrepreneurs? And how can you identify a company that attracts and breeds them? Let's start by answering the first question. Title: 5 qualities of a successful entrepreneur. Number one, an entrepreneur thinks like an entrepreneur. An entrepreneur works like an entrepreneur. 3, an entrepreneur possesses the urgency of an entrepreneur. An entrepreneur innovates like an entrepreneur. 5, an entrepreneur protects the brand and the money like an entrepreneur. This list highlights the fact that entrepreneurs don't act or think like regular employees. They act and think like owners. They are not working for a paycheck. They are working to build something that gives them pride and fulfillment. In doing so, they want recognition, autonomy, resources, and ownership. One way entrepreneurs and entrepreneurs differ is that the former is typically deferential to authority, while the latter is defined. Entrepreneurs have the respect to say, look, I think like you, I work like you, I am the same as you, but you put up the money. You engineer the vision, and you took all the risk. Entrepreneurs work within the system, but find ways to improve themselves while also improving the company. If you don't have the degree of respect for the founder or the current CEO, you are not in the right place to build a business within a business. Title: How companies breed entrepreneurs. Google hires creative people and to leverage their skills, it created a policy to foster entrepreneurship. In their IPO letter, its founders, Larry Page and Sergey Brin, described their 20% idea. We encourage our employees, in addition to their regular projects, to spend 20% of their time working on what they think will most benefit Google. This empowers them to be more creative and innovative. Many of our significant advances have happened in this manner. Products created during this 20% time include Google News, Gmail, and AdSense. Companies that attract and build entrepreneurs do so by communicating in a way that appeals to innovators and stars who might be more comfortable working in a corporate environment. Those companies put forth a vision that any employee can come up through the ranks without putting up their savings, without having to risk their sanity and sleepless nights, and still have the freedom to innovate, execute, and cash in on their ideas. When I was in my 20s, I was a big earner for an insurance company. My idea was to grow my wealth by becoming the CEO. I didn't think that I had to quit to make a big impact and the fortune that goes with it. One day I pulled a move straight out of the film Jerry Maguire and sent a 16-page letter to the Iron Apps explaining my vision. Nobody responded. Then I sent it to the partner company. Within 30 minutes, a man named Jack responded and set up a meeting. I told several of the executives my idea and they tried to implement some of them. But a woman named Katie shut down the entire thing. It was the opposite culture to Google's. The company made it clear that it didn't want me to innovate. Just as the journalist Laura Ingram told LeBron James to shut up and dribble. That company basically told me to shut up and sell. Katie was a perfect example of an aristocrat and a bureaucrat. In the book Barbarians to Bureaucrats, Corporate Life Cycle Strategies, Lawrence Miller described how companies go through multiple states: prophet, barbarian, builder, explorer, administrator, bureaucrat, and aristocrat. And once in a while, a synergetic shows up to save the company from going out of business. At the time, there were many lawsuits against the insurance company, not to mention a reputation for unethical practices that damaged its brand. Guys, guess what? This is the end of the episode. This is the end of the episode. So guys, I really hope to see, and I really hope that you enjoyed this episode. And to tell you, we finished 20% of the book. It's page 50, and we got 260 pages, including the whole, what do you call it? We call the dependency and buildings and all of that. And we think we have 50 episodes, 50 pages. Yeah, we read almost 8 pages per day. So it's really nice. So guys, I really hope that you enjoyed this episode. I really hope that you enjoyed this year of the Greatest Book Up in the World. Tomorrow we're coming back to the finishing the uncoverings of the episode of closing the year. And on Sunday we're going to start a new year. It's going to be a new year. It's going to be savage year. And on Monday we are coming back to the book. So we have to see all of you guys tomorrow for the next episode, extremely exciting episode. It's a binge watch week time, binge watch monthly time. It's a binge watch unity time. So let's go, and let's do it. Let's just do it. So guys, I have to see you all tomorrow for the next episode, extremely exciting episode of the Greatest Book Up in the World. Until then, take care of yourself. Have a great time, Ed. Bye-bye. So guys, today is Sunday, Wednesday, Thursday is Thursday, 16 on December 2021. The time now it's 20, right? 20, extremely 20 in the evening. And this is, I'm closing 1 year of podcasting, so thank you very much and see you. יום חמישי, 16/12/2021, זה עכשיו ב8. אז יש את השבת מעונות, ואני רשמתי לארוחות, בסוגי שהרבה חבר'ה נשארים כאן אוכלים עם עצמם. אבל מה שנראה לי שאני אעשה, כי בהתחלה יוצאתי לאכול איתם, ואז ראיתי את עיניי ונוי, ואמרו לי שהן נשארות, אבל מאכות הארוחות של הסטודנטים, אמרתי, למה לא נאכול עם כולם? אמרתי, מה, החבר'ה בכיתה, אנחנו כל פעם רוצים להכיר אנשים חדשים, אני אצטרף אליהם, כי לא, רציתי למכור כרטיס, אבל הצלחתי למכור כרטיס, אז נראה לי שאני פשוט אצטרף אליהם, נלך לארוחה של האגודה. נכיר אנשים חדשים, נשמח, נכיר, ויאללה. שבתות אחרות נשארים כל החבר'ה. עכשיו אני אתחיל לעשות אותם, בא לי יום חמישי בכל מקרה, אז אני רוצה להשתחרר. אתמול אמרתי GTA 3, אני אשחק עכשיו GTA 3, אז אמרתי במקום שסתם נעשה GTA 3, אז נקליט את זה, ואלי כזה לעשות את זה לערוץ של קדוש, של הגיימפליי של קדוש. דיברתי קודם שהוא הסכים לי, תודה רבה לקדוש, יאן קינג, שהסכים להיות בערוץ שלו, ויאללה, חבר'ה, שבהצלחה ולהתראות. ביי.